And hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Catherine, and this is the virtual Commanding Well Circle. What I'm noticing is that there is a slight delay on my side, so I'm going to have to stop my video today. Otherwise, I'll be distracted and you'll be distracted. But we're going to have a great time. So welcome. And I just want to remind everybody, we have some folks that this is the first time they've got to tune into the event, or if you're watching this by replay, I just want to remind you that the purpose of this is so that we can create a space in your day where you can be in a circle of support with like-minded people, and you have a chance to give space to your dream and whatever it is that you wanted to attract, create, or manifest. And what the aim is so that we can create a supportive community and be the witness to each other's mastery. So basically how this is going to go, this is an interactive group. I want to check in and kind of see what's happening with people, because we go through, I always have a lesson. We always have, our focus. We always format a command so that we can make this statement or what it is we want to attract, create, or manifest. But at the heart of this, it's a community. And I really want to tune in and find out what's going on with you and how we can best support you. Okay? We want to just take a moment. If you don't feel like sharing right now, that's okay. But I really want to hear your voice. I want to find out maybe have you got good news, if you had a question about what we're doing, because right now we're in a really powerful time called the Lion's Gate portal, and we're also in a Mercury retrograde, and I've been talking a lot about that. And I want to find out maybe if there's some help or support that you need. We do have 2 members that have already let me know that they need some help, and one is our good friend Layden, and he's this meeting kind of coincides with a doctor's appointment that he has that he can't miss, but he did ask us to hold space for him, and I just want to just affirm that we love him. I love you, Layden, and I witnessed the wholeness of your body. I'm just picturing in my mind, I'm witnessing that, I'm holding this intention of your body being healthy, fit, and strong, and all your needs being beautifully and brilliantly met. I'm also holding space for Lenora. She couldn't join us today. She said that she had a business obligation, but she is going through some things at home. And so what I speak is the peace that passes all understanding. And I just witnessed that peace for you. And I just want to invite you, if you think about the fact that you may have some upset or turmoil, suddenly you're needing to draw in some extra wealth of strength. Right now, if you want to claim that peace for yourself, if you want to claim for yourself that wholeness and strength and rejuvenation of your body, just say, I received that. That's mine. And go ahead and type that right into the chat. I receive that. Just breathe into that. Thank you. I'm going to be sharing a wonderful little method today on manifesting. All right, thank you. And I introduced it in part in the Lionsgate meditation to folks. But if you have something you'd like to share, do me a favor. I think you can raise your hand, and then I can call on you. I think that's going to be the best way. That way I can unmute you, or I'll just say your name and you can unmute yourself. There we go. So does anybody have anything to share? A manifestation, a question, or any help that they're needing right now? Everybody's so shy. Well, I'm going to, okay, so let me see, who was that? Okay, Sandra. Okay, go ahead.
Couple things. One is, it didn't occur to me that it was an inspired action until, I don't know, days later. But I think I mentioned that I've contacted a naturopathic doctor, and they're usually hard to get into, but I was able to get into one I've just had this fatigue thing that I've always had. And I don't know, and it's just like, in fact, when I was talking to him, he said, well, what made you come now? And I said, I don't know, it's like something went off in your, when something goes off in your brain and it just says, now, today, I don't want to do this. I don't want it to be like this anymore.
Yeah.
And so I guess eventually, as I work with the guy, I might be asking for some support on that.
Okay.
But the other thing is, I've noticed, or what's happened, it seems like little things from the past that I'd forgotten about that are like, why did you do that? You know, why did I do that? Some of that kind of stuff is like piling. I feel like like, you know, like when you see a football team and the guy at the bottom that gets tackled and everybody piles in on top of them. I feel like some of those old memories are like doing that to me. It's like, why did you do that? Well, you did that wrong and you screwed that up and you messed that up and blah blah. I just feel like I'm being pummeled by that stuff.
Yeah, that's actually part of the healing, because that stuff's been unprocessed and needs to be released, right? And so there's a couple of things you could do. One, you could say, wow, I didn't realize I was still carrying that energy around that. So I release the memory and I keep the good, right? I release the memory and I keep the good. But also you might ask yourself, wow, I didn't realize this is a pattern that's being shown to me. What was I actually needed? What was I actually trying to accomplish there? Right.
Oh, okay.
And if you ask yourself, what did I really need in that moment? Maybe you needed support. Maybe you needed wisdom, right? Maybe you needed someone to say, are you sure? Like, I have to tell you, I don't know how many times I wish somebody on my first marriage had said, are you sure you want to get married? If anybody had asked me that question, I would not have had a first marriage, honestly. Right. But just tune in and you might, just say, hey, well, what did I need there? But you might just notice that it's being released, bless it, and let it go. Right. So you're going to have to just kind of use your internal guidance, but don't judge that the memories come up. It's something that's being held energetically at a cellular level, and it is being released. And that's actually a sign that you're making room for that greater part of you. Okay.
Okay.
So that is a sign of your healing. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Does
you.
that make sense?
Yes, I'm writing as you're talking, so
all right.
I'll know what you said afterwards.
All right. That was
even
a
if
lot.
I get here on a
So
replay.
one, hey, you just noticed it was there. Bless it. Right. Two, go, okay, that happened. What do I need there? Right. Or we have the right to change our past at any time. Right. Like, wow, I realized because that happened to me, I always told myself the story about how I can't never trust anybody, or people are going to let me down. Right. So you would say, what did I need? I needed to know who to trust. I needed to know that I'm not going to be let down. And the way you can set that in is with the one command. And you could literally do a one command and witness that knowing coming into her, that past part of yourself.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then finally, you can just observe it. Just observe it. That part of your growth. I've shared on here, I didn't realize how much resentment or regrets I was still carrying around. I think I'm a pretty, like forward thinking, let's move forward kind of person. No. I didn't know I held grudges. I didn't know I was carrying around that energy of resentment. And I had a belief about my powerlessness, and I had to really do a lot of belief work when I was working on the healing of my liver. Okay. So beautiful, beautiful. Now,
thank you.
without, you don't have to share, but I do want to say that with our physical body, our energetic body, um, if you're having, like, let's say low back pain or whatever, that would be a lot of, hey, support your place in the world. If you're having stomach problems, that could be, hey, I haven't really felt like I was in my power. I always felt like my power was cut, right? And so getting to know about the chakras and what energy is held there will also help you with processing the energy out. Okay? That's why I talk about all that stuff all the time. And of course, if you want to do some work around that, I'm always happy to work with you. All right. All right, my love. Okay, if does anybody else have anything else, here's your chance to raise your hands. Let me check. Okay, beautiful. Hey, I want to mention that this week, in celebrating the Lionsgate portal, I did the call on the 8th, and we're still in this Lionsgate portal, I think until the 25th, but the rest of this week, I'm going to be doing special one-card tarot readings on the group's Facebook page, not the group page, but the main page. It's this link right here. This is kind of like the page, and then we have the Facebook group, right? So on this page is where the events are. I put it in the chat, and there you'll be able to catch it. Today I'm doing it at 2 o'clock. The rest of the week I'm doing it around noontime. So if you wanted to get in and watch it, get a free one-card tarot reading, be sure and stop by today. Okay? All right. I want to share with you an idea. And I've actually been working more intentionally with candles, but it has to do with a meditation that I took people through on the Lionsgate portal. And we are in that Lionsgate portal. This is about manifesting the life you desire. This is one to step into that version of yourself that is fully embodying, living that, operating in this new reality. And the Lionsgate portal is what do you have to let go of and heal in order to step forward, but also you need to know what you want to step forward to. So I'm going to take you through a little meditation on how to work with a candle. And this is also borrowed a little bit from Pagan or witchcraft, if you're on TikTok, they have witch talk. But I realized I had already been doing this, and there's some really deep candle work that I've been doing, and I usually work with a pendulum, and I've been doing some medium work with that. But what we're going to do today is we're going to use this as a focused tool. And I've got a little video, and I'm going to show you how to do a little practice that's going to help you with focusing on what it is that you want to attract, create, or manifest, get clarity on that. Then what we want to do is, like when we think about, hey, my life is better, well, how is it better? Well, I have friends, my health is good, I'm making plenty of money, I'm doing the work I love, right? I'm traveling. Oh my gosh, I'm having so many amazing experiences. So we always think about all of these aspects, right? But we first need to get kind of specific. Then what we want to do is we're going to bundle it. Okay, we're going to bundle those experiences. And what I was taught in a beautiful speed Reiki healing class was, hey, all of those experiences, we're just going to bundle it up, and we're going to name it joy. We're going to bundle up, we're going to name it number 76. It doesn't matter. It just kind of helps our subconscious mind go, all of this is sorted and put together in a meaningful way. And so the right idea will come up. This will make sense in a minute, okay? But then what we're going to do is we're going to do a 4 square breathing technique, which is basically We can practice now. Just kind of let out the air and breathe in through your nose to the count of 4, like 4 beats. 4, right? So breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out to the count of 4, 2, 3, 4, and hold out to the count of 4. And we're going to do that 4 times as we're just holding that intention. Okay? This is going to make more sense when we put all of this together. Who wants to play? Does this sound interesting? Raise your hand if you want to play with this. Yeah? Okay. This is really powerful because very often we get in this, I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to do this every day. But if you can have a practice where you are directing your thoughts to this, you're using your breath, right? And then you're blessing it. And that's going to impress on your subconscious mind very quickly, right? This is giving that space and that time. And then how we're going to really set this in is we're going to do a 1 command on this. And then you know what happens is we're going to check back and we're going to see how we feel about our manifestation. Does this feel doable? Right? We always want to check in like, hey, does it feel realistic that I could 10x my income in a year? Based on my past, I've never 10x'd my income. Based on where my health is now, is it realistic to think that I would have glowing health and be able to run down the beach? Or I might be one of those people that say, mountain climbing looks fun. When I got to be down in South Africa, Charlinda was in the class and I got to go visit Tabletop Mountain. And they had the elevator going up. And there were so many people who said, like then you see the people like they'd be down there talking and they would decide to climb up the side of the mountain, right? And I realized right then that there's 2 kinds of people. There's swimmers, like I'm a swimmer. When I see a body of water, I wonder, hey, could I swim there? Is that water safe to get into? Am I allowed to get in that water and play and splash around? I literally every body of water, I wonder that. I have never seen a big hill or a mountain or a tower where I said, I wonder if I could climb that. Never in my life, right? So you may notice if you're a climber or that, but there apparently were a lot of climbers and they thought it was fun to climb a hill that was pretty straight up, and they made it to the top. But as I got there and I got to be in that expansion and I got to look around, I realized I had been in this, been driving around the town. I'd been taking the tours. I'd been seeing a lot. But when I got into that higher level, there was the vibe on Tabletop Mountain is incredible. So it's a high vortex area. But then I got to have this view and suddenly I could, more things made sense, right? So as you're going to be meeting whatever it is that you want to manifest, you're going to be noticing, hey, what's natural for you and what you've never thought about before. And maybe it didn't seem realistic before. So we want to actually have a way that we're gauging before and after. And that's what we're doing so that you can notice where the shift is. It might just be, hey, when I think about that, I don't feel anxious anymore, or a new idea may pop in. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to take a little sip of coffee from my favorite cup, my rooster cup. Do you love this? This is my rooster cup. I just love it. And I want you to picture, visualize, or imagine, whatever time that you're watching this, but the time of this video, it's August 13th, 2024, but a year from now. And you have a good sense about what a year from now feels like for you, because you might think of next year, but you definitely know what last year, what you were doing this time last year. Okay. All right. So it's a year from now, and I want you to ask yourself, this is a magic question. What have I manifested into my life. In the past year, or maybe I need to have written that better, but in the past year, what have I manifested into my life? So what you're doing is you're teleporting yourself to the future, which, by the way, in consciousness, it's actually now. Allow yourself to be in a state of wonder. I wonder, what have I manifested into my life? Wow, I'm healthier. I have more energy. I live in a beautiful home. What does your money look like? Have you noticed that you're not worrying, that you haven't been in feast or famine in a long time? You haven't had to wish or wonder about money. How are your relationships? You have more friendships? Is there someone special? Is your family relationship better? This is all of your relationships. What have you manifested? Have you traveled? Are you expecting to travel? Are you looking forward to a big trip? What impact have you had on others? Have you been fortunate enough to be in a position to really help someone? Maybe you were a good friend. Maybe you were there and they were going through a hard time and you got to help them. Maybe you were that kind stranger at the store. But maybe things were going so well and you had a friend that needed help and you were able to just give them money. But maybe you started having more impact in your business, the people you were helping. What other experiences? What challenges did you overcome this year? When did it really click in that you were different, that you didn't ever have to go through those things again? And then just imagine that you're telling a friend about the amazing year you've had so far and how you're looking forward to the holidays this year. Now, I just want to invite you to breathe into that and just expand that feeling in your body. And you think about all of those experiences, those ahas, that revelation, the blessings. And you know, if you could kind of bundle up all these experiences or put it into a file folder, what would you label this year? What would you label this experience? The blessed year, you might just assign a number, whatever works for you. Okay, when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes. And we're going to start the candle meditation now. Right now, just kind of take a cleansing breath. Just breathe in, just let it go. And we're going to do this 4 times. First, breathing in through your nostril to 4 beats. In through your nostril. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Releasing out of your mouth, breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in through your nose, 2, 3, 4. Holding, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out through your mouth, 2, 3, 4. Breathing and holding out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in through your nose, 2, 3, 4. Holding that breath, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out through your mouth, 2, 3, 4. Holding your breath out, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathing in through your nose, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out through your mouth, 2, 3, 4. Holding out, 2, 3, 4. Cleansing breath. Thank you. Thank you. Now, right now, just as we breathed in, we've expanded into that. I want you to just go back and imagine that day that we're labeling as the future next year. And right now, I'm going to just invite you to just be grateful. Just imagine that you're just meditating, or after you've told your friend and going, "This is amazing," and going, "Yeah, I'm so grateful, so grateful." And I'm really excited to look forward to what's next. Just from that energy, that's what we're going to create our one command from. So hold in your mind what that command is. You might just say, "I don't know how. I have an amazing year that I'm looking forward to." Or you may use the bundle. "I don't know how. I easily manifested number 76." Right? If you labeled it as a bundle. Your subconscious mind knows what that is. Your conscious mind's going, "What?" And it'll go offline. It's okay. All right. Any questions before we move forward? All right. How did y'all like that? Do you like that? This is new. This is a beautiful daily practice. Okay. And you're doing a little witchcraft too. It's okay. It's a tool just to help you hold your intention. Okay. Charlinda's saying beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we're going to go through the 6 steps of the one command. A little sip of water. All right. Go ahead, and we've got our intention. We know the field of energy that we want to create from is this gratitude and positive expectancy, right? So now just become aware of your body. And picture, visualize, or imagine that at the base of your spine is like a tree trunk. And at the base of the tree, you have long roots going down, down, down into the earth. And there may be some tension, some worry, some stress hormones. There may be something that is not really serving you in what it is that you want to attract, create, or manifest. And whatever that is, go ahead and release it down, down, down into the earth. And now I want to invite you to become aware of how that energy is being, as you're releasing it, it's being transformed into creative life force energy. And just imagine that at the bottom of your feet, you have little windows of, and it's allowing that new energy to come up, up, up into your body. Boy, some of you are so grounded, it's like coming right up. So just allow it to just come up and support you, this amazing creative life force energy, and to support you at a physical level, every cell and fiber of your being. And now bring your attention to your heart. And as you're holding your intention of what it is that you want to manifest, and there you may have an immediate need, but know that as you get whatever this situation is resolved now, it's one step closer. So it is not separate from the greater intention of what we just manifest, what we just meditated on. That it's all working together for your good. So right now, I just want to remind you that the master in me meets the master in you. And in this space, that there only be love between us. And I want to invite you to become aware of everyone who's in the circle, and they may be in this time called now, maybe watching in a replay, but there's everyone who had the intention to be part of this circle. And as you are connecting into that master that you are, just let that love in your heart light up and expand. And in your mind's eye, witness the circle around you lighting up. And there are unseen helpers, our angels, our guides, the people that are here that we just aren't aware of yet. And just, we're going to invite them, allow their hearts to light up and step forward and hold space for us. Remember to breathe. And now I want to invite you to become aware of the top of your head, the crown chakra, and picture, visualize, or imagine, or you simply have to be aware that there is a pole of light that is connecting you to source. And down this pole of light is spiritual life force energy. And it's coming right down through your body, connecting in with that creative life force energy of the earth. With your eyes closed, I'm going to invite you to picture, visualize, or imagine that you're sending your consciousness up to the top of your head. And so you're going to roll your eyes up as if you're trying to look up to the top of your head and just send your consciousness right up that pole of light. And the higher you go, the faster you go. And soon you find yourself in outer edges of space, the velvety black void of space. I want you to just be here for a moment, because very often when we're not getting feedback, we've put into that void our fears, our doubts, the what ifs in the most limiting, negative way. But right now, into this void, I want you to send this intention of your very best life manifesting. The money, the opportunities, the pathways, the relationships, the health, the amazing experiences, the serendipity, all of it. Send that intention into the void and let it go. As you break through the darkness into the light of pure, open potential. Eyes up. Hold the space here for just a moment. Remember to breathe. Don't strain. Your eyes should simply be up, and you should be kind of feeling relaxed, but your mind very alert. Whatever works best for you, you can say out loud or to yourself, depending on where you are, your command. I don't know how and then state what it is that you want. I don't know how I manifest an amazing life. I don't know how I manifest bundle number. I don't know how I easily created, and whatever that symbol was. I only know it is so now, and I am fulfilled. Now just let your eyes relax as that expands out to an idea greater. It serves even more good in its fulfillment. And maybe there are some new thoughts, maybe there's a new skill set, maybe you need something directly from your higher self so that you have the capacity to receive. Right now, just witness that download coming directly from source mind down into your body. And now feel yourself coming back down into your own body and start to consciously receive in gratitude. So you might start saying, yes, yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you for my new home. Oh, my favorite part of this house is my little kitchen. I just love my bedroom. Oh, this little porch. When I drive up to this house, I just get happy. Oh my gosh, I love having the energy and the vitality to go do something and not have to worry if I'm going to have the strength or the energy to do it. Oh, I am so grateful for these amazing friends and connections and everyone in my life. I'm so grateful to have such a dear friend. I'm so grateful that my family situation's been healed and resolved. I'm so grateful that my true love has come into my life. And I never knew such happiness. I'm so grateful for the amazing experiences and the travel and the impact. I'm so grateful to be living a life based on my morals and my beliefs. And I'm so grateful for having the power to create and the belief and the confidence that I can live the life I want, need, and deserve. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that. Yes, thank you, thank you. You hear how we're doing that? Yes, thank you. And this is helping it to manifest, come into your consciousness, come into your reality. And as this greater state of being begins to arrive, we're just going to let the old beliefs, the old systems, all those old memories that really don't serve you, we're just going to let that all unwind, unwind, unwind in your energy body, all the way down to your master DNA strength. And as these new ideas, this new realization, this greater capacity, this whole new you begins to arrive, just allow that energy and that consciousness begin to rewind, rewind, rewind at a cellular and energetic level. Now you can keep your eyes closed, or you can open your eyes, but I want you to think about what we originally started out a million years ago, that it's a year from now, and there's this life that you want to live. And what did you manifest? When you think about that now, what do you know now that maybe you didn't know before? Maybe now you realize, hey, now it's time to stop some things. Maybe it's time to start some things. But just do a little internal check on this greater awareness. And what do we say? Okay. We always say, keep that journal. Okay. Keep that journal. But I'm going to go back to this. This is how we're going to set it in. Let me come back. All these slides that you may not usually get to see, right? So come back and think again. It's a year from now. And you don't know how it's all going to happen. We have what's called, I can't say his name. Tim Hogue, I want to say his name. But Scott Hogue, where he says, hey, there's the bridge, there's this path, and we don't know. It could be winding, we could pop out and land in the next. And there's a part of your mind that wants to know exactly how it happens. But you don't have to know that because the universe has already made the way. It already exists, no new things being created. So what if you could easily accept that, right? So now come back and think, it's a year from today, and what have I manifested? What does my life look like? And now, one more time, imagine that you're telling a friend. Maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I knew that I wanted to buy a new car, but then I just got this idea to call somebody, call a client, or I went to the dealership. I just decided to do this thing, and I drove home in a new car, or the money just popped in. I just had a client pay me $50,000. I just got offered an amazing job. I just found out about this grant. Imagine yourself having those kinds of conversations. We always talk about affirmations. Really, I would say, rather than trying to find the right affirmation or right command, learn how to have a new conversation with yourself and start imagining these kinds of conversations. Okay? All right. Any question or feedback? Because what do we always say? Let me get through these slides. I just love these. These make me so happy to look at these. The 7 steps inspired action, right? Think and act as if it's already done. Your intuition will guide you. I want to put into the chat box right quick, and I'll send this out in the email, 2 things. One, if you didn't hear, if you joined late, I am doing free 1-card tarot readings in the Facebook group. I've got the link here to the Facebook group. Please be sure and like it. And I am still offering the Money Breakthrough Tarot. But if you go, I don't really want a tarot reading, but I realize I need to do a healing. I need to get a clearing. I need some clarity. We can use the time for that. I had a client, I was so blessed that we worked together. She promoted some workshops for me way back. I think it was 2011. And we hadn't really been in that much contact since then. And she said she wanted to do a reading and that she was selling her house. And they put it up, but really nothing's happened in over a month on this house. And they were looking at these 2 different areas to live in and wanted to get some clarity. And so we were able to do the reading. And then she was like, well, I could be happy here. And then what came out was her secret fear. She said, this is really what I'm worried about, because she's a Hispanic woman. And she said, maybe I won't be accepted in these places. I'm in this town that's predominantly Hispanic and everybody looks like me. But what if I go someplace and I'm going to be facing, prejudice, or am I going to be safe? And what popped up all of a sudden was all the way back to school, like this experience about being in the 3rd grade and the kind of teachers that she met in the white-based education system. And we did the healing and the clearing, and she realized that really was the block in her business and the way she wanted to show up in the world. And then this amazing thing happened, because she was always hearing this criticism about how she got her success. And it was always like a shame that, well, of course you proceed, you succeeded, a million people because of because you're Hispanic and you have this huge community. All you had to do was sell to your relatives. And all of a sudden the switch got flipped for her. And she said, you know what? That's right. And my job is to teach people how to have that kind of community, how to show up for other people, How do you nurture that? And all of a sudden, she understood how she could translate what was a natural part of her culture that she'd been made to be ashamed of, right? How she could actually serve her clients at a greater level. And she just got so excited. She said, hang on, I know I want to do a training. And I know, she said, I got to get off. I got to get this written up right now. And all of a sudden she was inspired. She knew what she wanted to talk about, she saw how she should grow her business. But her new mission became, instead of maybe I can make more money, it became, how do I develop 10 new leaders? Well, we got off the call. Then she said, Catherine, 15 minutes later, in the last 15 minutes, I have had 3 showings booked for my house. Whatever that was holding it up, I'm embracing, I'm ready to move forward now. That's how this works. So when I do a reading, and I'm just not just telling you what the card said, we're doing very deep work, and we're just using the cards as tools. And so, and I hope you'll take advantage of the reading. All right, my love. Was this good today? Did you enjoy this? Did you like that practice of the candle? Okay. I would love to see folks play with that and get your feedback. And if you want to know more about how I use candle work for healing, or also for manifesting, or sometimes just getting clarity, let me know, and I will put together a little group for that. Okay. All right, my honey. I love you. I appreciate you so much. I know you're so busy. But until next time, this is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach. I witness your mastery. Bye-bye, everybody.